So okay, let's talk about it right before the meeting. Nate Fields is back on the ballot. Okay. Cheers for Nate Fields. You know, we've been following this story forever. I think he is they were trying the hardest. Remember, we covered that over here to knock Nate off the ballot. We followed him step by step, and it's officially ruled. And we're going to read from the Chicago Sun-Times, and also we're going to read from Illinois Leaks. Um, yeah, Nate Fields is back on the ballot as a Thornton Township supervisor candidate. I think this Nate is the most threat. Okay, that's Berg saying that. I think he's the most threat that they have running for supervisor. I still think Napoleon Harris is a popular vote. Everyone knows the name, right? But Nate Fields, he gained so much respect from so many people from just actually going through no lawyer, no PR, nobody backing him, just him. He made the ballot. Okay. So congratulations, Nate. I'm actually excited about this. So Tracy, Conscious, Real Magnolia, hey. Cases and Cams with Daniel Cunningham. Hello. So let's talk about it. So I'm actually excited. My friend just sent that to me. And I'm like, what? So let's take it. This is a 6-page order that they pulled up. It's so I got mixed emotions about it. You know, I'm very excited for him. He is. I want them to not under. Hey, Brandon, not underestimate him. He is something like. Remember, we were talking about him. We did a whole. I'll link it in the description box. And we were talking about. Remember, he's listed as Frank Zuccarelli's son in the obituary. Period. So he, even though he didn't have anyone backing him, I was wondering, would he have people that Frank really liked? Would they support him financially, back him and everything? You know, we shared the GoFundMe. We saw it going up when he was looking for help running. And I'm like, what if those people that backed Frank turned around, like the people downstate, the people, the business owners, the banks, the people that used to sponsor the Taste of Thornton Township? What if they turned around and backed Nate Fields? Now, every time I went to cover Nate Fields, it was only one person that was there with him, Stephanie Wiederman. Remember how Nate came to Dalton and he backed all the Daltonites, and he went to the water fountain and spoke on the microphone and all that stuff. The only person that backed him, I saw physically, I'm just saying with my eyeballs, Stephanie Wiederman. Every time he had a case. Okay, so I'm saying that to say, Nate as supervisor, state who's an old school, well, he worked for the township 17 years. Nate as supervisor, Stephanie as trustee. You might can really knock the corruption that everyone's talking about out of Thornton Township just with those two and getting a new fresh slate. This is interesting. This is interesting. So let's look at this order. Um, it comes from Illinois Leaks. I noted that. No, he's not. He just was his mentor, but that's what they said. That's what they had on the obituary. You guys can look it up. We covered Frank's homegoing month. I mean, I think that was like my first or second video, just to show the outwomen the support. You know what kind of hole Frank left in the. It was published in a newspaper. What kind of hole Frank left in the community when he died. I believe that he was just his mentor. Um, so yeah, we went over this, and that was just interesting to us. May he rest in peace. I just see that people would possibly um back him, the people, the big people, CTA, South Suburban College. He might get all those people to really back him. Um, now that they saw how he did it. So this is may he rest in peace. But you could see right here, Frank is survived by many dear cousins, friends, and quote son. So not his biological son, Nate Fields. So that's huge for him to make the trustee. I mean, the supervisor of Thornton Township obituary. That is really cool. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that these people that backed him, backed Frank. That's just my assumption. What if they turned around and backed Nate, like Fifth Third Bank, Old National, stuff like that? What if they backed Nate? That would be crazy. Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to the article. I mean, he fought by himself. They challenged. They challenged. What did they challenge, you guys? Because we covered it. Wasn't it a paper clip? A staple. That's what it was. So today, in a 6-page order, okay. Sorry, let me get back to that. Today, in a 6-page order, the Cook County Judge John T. Tully Jr. ordered Nate Fields' name to be printed on the ballot for Thornton Township Supervisor as an independent candidate in the upcoming election. Fields is an independent candidate for supervisor, and some people aligned with the disgraced supervisor Tiffany Henry objected to his nominating papers, claiming that the statement of candidacy has been affixed to the petition sheets. So he filed all that by himself, and he without a lawyer, and it was like something like, oh, he didn't have a capital A in his name, he missed a staple, this sheet wasn't connected to the hip bone, wasn't connected to the leg bone, okay? And everything counts when you're filing this. Nothing in the law requires a statement of candidacy to be affixed to the petition sheets, but the Thornton Township Electoral Board upheld the objection, removing Fields from the ballot. Now, you have, okay, let's talk about, remember when we were covering it, who was on the um who was on the board? You had Clerk Wells, who they started fighting with. Remember, Clerk Wells had to go to a hearing because they felt like Nate Fields, and I'm just telling you what they were saying. Nate Fields, Clerk Wells was a deciding vote. She was the electoral hearing judge. So they felt like she had a soft spot for Nate because she had knew him for a long time. And allegedly, I guess someone, his girlfriend or baby mama or something, this is allegedly, that's what they were saying in the meeting, works for Thornton Township. That's what they were saying. I don't know that to be true. So Clerk Wells, after that, she wrote a letter and said, remove me from the election board. But remember who else was on the election board? Darlene, that's Team Tiffany, and Chris Gonzalez, Team Napoleon. Of course he gonna be off the ballot. They were in the board. So this time we came in the electoral board, not us. They had a whole new board. No clerk, no Clerk Wells, no Gonzalez, and no Gray Everett. And man, it was a whole big difference, right? Because it was nobody that really had a dog in the fight from what we could see. Nothing in the new law requires a statement of candidacy to be affixed to the petition sheets, but the Thornton Township Electoral Board upheld the objection, removing Fields from the ballot. Fields appealed that decision, and today in court reversed the Electoral Board's decision. I am shook. I am shook. I think he's somebody now. This just me saying this. They're gonna probably have to buy him out. I don't mean like financially, but it's gonna have to be like, look, we're gonna make you the township administrator. Giving you 6 figures. They're gonna try to get him on his team because people like Nate. Nate is personable. He give you attention. He doesn't pick sides. He's kind of like a people person. I don't want him to get down the rabbit hole. I think he can hold his own by himself. He doesn't need to have a group behind him, because I've talked to so many people that like Nate. Republicans included, they like Nate. Older people like Nate. People of different national, not just black people like Nate. Everybody, they feel like Nate is colorblind. People really are like, Berg, what you think about Nate? I'm telling you, I think he could do it on his own. I hope he doesn't attach himself to nobody else. It's gonna happen because I think he's still, a lot of people feel like he could be, because he is young, he could be influenced heavily. I don't know that. I don't know him personally. But yeah, this is pretty cool that he ended up on the ballot. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out. Did Sydney Moore make it? I didn't get to follow up with Sydney Moore. Does anyone know if Sydney Moore made the ballot? I wouldn't trust them trustees any further than I could throw them. They just proved themselves and are how they are by acting in bad faith. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I didn't mean buy him out, like, you know what I mean, like cash. I mean, they're gonna have to be like, they're gonna. I think they're gonna have to offer him something for him to drop. I hope he just keeps going. I think he could possibly get close to winning. I do. Thornton Township. Nate Fields is the only one that comes to the meetings. He's been around for 17 years, and he just don't. It's people that cover him in Thornton, South Holland, Lansing, Phoenix. It's people he gets around instead of him just being a Dalton Knight, and that's really cool. You know what I mean? Oh, that's nice. Wyoming said, I have the honor of being the first one to donate to his GoFundMe. Since I'm not a voter there, I did what I could. Ooh, we should have said the blueberries sent you. The blueberries sent you, right? Because we were the first to post his GoFundMe. Yes. Yes. So Wyoming said it first. So Nate, the blueberries went over there. Um, see right here. Okay, let me see. I got the Tribune article. Thank you. Thank you. So let me pull up this Tribune article. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Washington. I will say this. I'll never say Nate was fibbing, but and I hate to say but, because you say but, that mean whatever you said before that. If I had to think, I'm not saying he's fibbing because I wasn't there. But when I was at the when I was at the meeting, when Critical took off, and Rico and I had to go film the meeting, the board meeting, and we were there all day. We had a meeting for the electoral board for Nate that morning, then a meeting that night for the regular board meeting. I saw people come up one by one to the news saying, "Hey, you know, you got to cover." I got it on my iPad, you guys. Timestamp it happened. You got to cover Kamal Woods. He physically did this to Nate, and then remember Nate had the neck brace, and it was the same. It was the same people you would suspect going up to them. And it was like, okay. And so the man was like, so one of the news people, I think I told you, he was like, so is he here? And he was like, and the lady that said, she was like, Kamal, yeah, he's over there. And the news guy was like, no, Nate Fields. And I don't think Nate was there. And then because Nate had a long day. And so then they were like, no, well see, we didn't see him physically, but we heard him verbally. And so the news guy was like, can you send me something else? I was like, I don't know if it happened or not. I don't know if the whole neck brace thing happened. And I'm not saying it didn't, because I wasn't there, and I don't like to call people, say, if you don't have to have proof. I'm not one of those people where I gotta see everything. No, if you said it's happened, your feelings are valid. All I'm saying, do not let all these things that cannot be proven build up, from because we already see the cases that we have over here in Dalton. Nate can get by on his integrity. If that happened to him, he needs to file a lawsuit and a police report. Like, that's what he needs to do, because nobody should put you in such a bad array where you're in a neck brace, right? It just went away. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, don't let, and I'm saying them loosely. Don't let you don't He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that. All the credit to get to this push is him. Like, I feel like Stephanie wouldn't have needed nobody. Stephanie started the movement to sort of call out what was going on, and we had the big YouTubers covering it and the big popular people coming out when Stephanie blew the whistle, as one of the leaders, and then all of a sudden it just went topsy turvy and things started getting way like, huh? Is anyone concerned about their health? It's a TikTok thing. So I think he can make it on his own accord. I think he could definitely make it on his own. So good luck, Nate. Good luck. Let's read this. I don't think he even got a lawyer. Well, he didn't have a lawyer when I was in the electoral part, because he was mentioning how all the lawyers are booked up as we see. And he's right. A lot of the lawyers in the Southland right now during election time, they have a conflict of interest. You have to get someone way out. Now, I don't know if he had someone at court, but let's see. So this is from the Daily Southtown, and it says a Cook County judge ruled Monday independent supervisor candidate Nate Fields will be on the Thornton Township ballot, reversing a decision made by the Township Electoral Board. The board, made up of Township trustees Chris Gonzalez and Darlene Gray Everett, as well as clerk Loretta Wells. Now, isn't that a conflict of interest right off? And I think that's what happened with the state senator. If we would have had the same people, like the state senator, probably Napoleon Harris, he probably wouldn't have had to need to come in for this third time. The the electoral board has Trustee Gonzalez, Darlene Gray Everett, and Clerk Wells. Of course, he wasn't going to get on the ballot. Uh, I'm sorry, Darlene is pulling for Tiffany. Chris is pulling for Napoleon. Of course, he's not going to get on the ballot. Voted last month to remove Fields and two other supervisor candidates from the April 1st ballot. Michael Smith and Keith Price, the twins, who is food assistant program manager in Tiffany Henyer's township administration, brought 5 challenges against Field. Only one stuck. The electoral board voted 2-1 to remove Field, saying he failed to bind his statement of candidacy with his nomination petitions. Fields expressed frustrations at the time that a filing error could prevent voters from choosing among candidates. And I hate to say it, I don't want to get in trouble, but I have to say it. It's also weird to have the same lawyer that works for the township be the lawyer for the electoral board. I don't know where they do that at. I'm not trying to mess up Tiffany Nelson Jaworski bag, but where they do that at? Ciao. I'm telling you. So then, it's just another obstacle I have to overcome, Phil said, adding objectors Price and Smith were doing the best to kick out any competitors instead of thinking about who the residents want. Fields appealed the decision, leading to Judge John Tully's ruling. Tully wrote the Illinois election code does not explicitly require statements of candidacy and nomination petitions to be bound together, and therefore Fields should not be disqualified from seeking office. The election code states that the petition sheets be neatly fastened together in book form by placing the sheets in a pile and fastening them together at one edge in a secure, suitable manner, Tully wrote. Fields filed all necessary documents as a candidate simultaneously. Oh, remember, he filed too early last time. Y'all, he filed too early. We were there for that too. He filed too early. I mean, we weren't there when he was filing, but we got the report. And they made him start from scratch to get his signatures all over. And don't you know he went and got his signatures? Child, he's not lazy. He's not lazy. Um, Fields filed all the necessary documents as a candidate simultaneously, Tully said, so there is no reason to invalidate his candidacy. In sustaining the objection in this regard, the board created one without any valid legal support. Tully wrote its decision was clear error. Fields said Monday he is grateful for the judge's ruling and the support beyond Thornton Township. It's time for some changes in Thornton Township, changes that will make Thornton Township a township for all, not just some. Can I say that Nate Fields is the only one that gave us a plan? We'll get to that. Fields was among the first candidates to file to run for Thornton Township Supervisor and will face Democratic nominee State Senator Napoleon Harris, Republican nominee Richard Nolan, and Reform Thornton Township Party candidate and Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark. Supervisor Tiffany Henyard also sought a spot on the ballot, but lost the Democratic nomination to Harris during a caucus held last month. Henyard challenged the caucus results in Cook County Circuit Court, but her objection was thrown out for being filed incorrectly. Fields said before filing for the office that he worked for the township under former Supervisor Zuccarelli until his position was dissolved under Henyard. He said he wants to lead with transparency and involve the community more in township decision making. I'm hoping the community that is outraged about how Tiffany is acting is going to get up now and say, okay, choose him now, because I need to get up and make a difference now, Phil said. That's pretty good. Oh, okay. Um, what do y'all think? Hey, Chavis. What if that would be even better? Conscious. And yet Tiffany fired him with the board's help. Amen, Wyoming. Thornton Township would be lucky to have Nate working for him. Yeah, they always forget about the board, right? Yeah, good luck to Nate. Yes, so Save says if he gets in, he should hire an independent auditor right away. Start with a clean slate. Sorry guys, I'm missing your comments. I just turned my glasses, put my glasses on, turned them on. Lord. Okay, so let's talk about what's gonna happen with and hit the like button if you here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. Are you ready for the Lori Lightfoot report? It should be interesting. I hope we have something like with some, you know what I'm trying to say? Some paperwork, not just like a colorful presentation, but hey, like I said, I'm not an auditor, but let's talk about what's happening in the township. And this is just because I'm paying attention. I will never tell you guys who to vote for. I'll just tell you the news as it comes along, and I try to be as fair as I can with it from the eyes of someone that's in Thornton Township. You know what I mean? Okay. So, okay, so it was this article about Senator Napoleon Harris that came out last night. Let's go to that. And you'll miss a lot of the um articles because Tiffany dominates the scene, and people are scared to talk about anything because as soon as you talk about something they don't want you to, you already know the outcome, right? So let's go to it. And hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys. And if you can, channel support is in the comments. You don't have to do anything but hit the like button for your girl. She put a lot of work into doing the research and all of that cool stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's get into the article about Napoleon Harris. Conscious and Choose Compassion, they covered this article. I didn't know anything about it months ago. I always say he's something about the something insurance. I really don't follow what's going on with Senator Harris. He's been a senator a long time. He's a Democrat, and he runs unopposed. So we just go from there. We don't, you know what I mean? Um, it's not like it's like he's one of those people where I'm from. We don't really see him. Like I'm not saying this in a negative way. He's not talked about, like he's not all over the place. So now I understand what y'all meant about the pictures all over the place, because that makes people talk about you a little more. I don't really see nothing but one random picture of him floating around like on a billboard or something like that. So yeah. Okay. So right here it says, oh, I'm at the wrong one. Hold on. So this is the headline. Senator Napoleon Harris is out as chairman of committee regulating insurance industry. Now, where did that happen? Like, what happened right there? This is interesting. It was just reported that he was the. Let me see if I can find Choose Compassion video, because I don't even know how to explain it, because I really was not following politics. You know what I mean? Now I know why. Um, Let me see if I can find her video on this. And it was really interesting. It was a Sun Times article, and I might not can find it, but thumbs up if you can, you guys. Let's see. Um, and I knew nothing about it. Let me see. I'm gonna look and see if I can find it. Let me see. Ooh, I didn't watch her Susan Smith video. Um, okay, I think this might be it. Maybe this is it. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're watching. You know what? I so hope y'all can hear me this time, because if you can't, you're just gonna have to read this article. It's your girl Choose, and I am back trying to read an article on what I found here. So if you want to read silently by yourself, you can go to my earlier live. If you want me to read it to you, I'm going to try one more time. That's just what we're going to do. We're going to try one more time to get this thing popping. So, as I was saying earlier, this comes from the Chicago Sun-Times. Shout out to them, even though. So it says here, State Senator Napoleon Harris chairs insurance committee, invests in insurance brokers. How isn't that a conflict? Napoleon Harris.
So I'm gonna put the link here, because I know the meeting's gonna start to Choose video, so you can see it and subscribe to her, please. Because I know the meeting starts in a little bit. So Rico and Reality Check TV, they should be pulling up soon. Um, so this was saying, how is this not a conflict? So then at the meeting, it came out that he is out as the chairman committee. Now I wonder if that correlates with him trying to run for um run for the township seat, right? Now, what I found interesting about this article, let me see if they corrected it yet, or if they will correct it, because I don't know. The Sun Times really. Um, I'm just looking. Hold on. So let me go ahead and read it. It says, shoot, sorry guys. Refresh it. Pay. So it's like this thing I can't X out. I'm trying to X out so I can read the whole thing, but it won't let me. When the Sun Times reported last year that State Senator Harris had become an investor in the South. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Let me reconnect. I'm so sorry. Hold on. So it's this. It almost reminds me of like what we were talking about with Michael Smith when he was like connect the dots, because all of this is weird. Like, how is he out of this? But they said it was a lateral. It was a move. So I'm willing to bet tomorrow that means the insurance gets approved. That's what I'm trying to say about this. I'll probably come back with the Napoleon Harris thing after we finish the meeting tonight. So this is my prediction for Dalton tonight. If Tiffany was still in millions of dollars, they should be ready to arrest her the next day, as we have a federal prosecutor doing it, right? However, um this is the last meeting. I think it's kind of planned that way. This is me saying allegedly, because this is the last meeting before the first Thornton Township meeting, which they do what? They vote on insurance, right? Guess what else they vote on? They vote on uh a forensic audit, right? Who got a job at the forensic audit um realm, if we will? Lori Lightfoot, just recently. So, which I think it's connect the dots, but it is politics. You know what I mean? It's like it's nothing we can do about it. It's politics. So if they're strategic about it, I guess it's just what it is. So it says Lori Lightfoot, former Chicago mayor, joined CRA as senior consultant as to forensic services practice. Now, what's on the Thornton Township agenda tomorrow? They want a forensic audit and they want to bring in an investigator. So once Lori Lightfoot, this is just my prediction, I don't know anything. Once she finished with Dalton, she's able to ease on down the road to Thornton Township, check that bag, right? I think the insurance will be approved tomorrow. Now that we just had this article, I don't know what connection that would be, but I think maybe the hearing being pushed up with the subpoenas, which was very shocking. The twins was able to get that through. They won that. And the subpoenas, the answers have to be out on the 31st. Now you got Nate Fields back on the ballot. This is the song that never ends. This is going to be something interesting, right? So you guys let me know. Lightfoot 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like, she don't even have to lift a finger. Thornton Township and Dalton has the money. It's gonna take after she finished doing the forensic accounting over here in Dalton, because I thought she was an investigator, and now it's like she joins as a forensic services consultant. So what do consultants do? They bring business in. So it's the business of everything. So I think tonight it's gonna be a lot of oohs and ahs. Um, Please, public comment. I'm glad it's at the end. Jesus. Well, no. It's public comment at the beginning. No, public comment is at the end at Thornton Township tomorrow at that board meeting. Stephanie's first board meeting. Trustee Wiedemann first board meeting. But today, public comment gonna be first. It's gonna be about 2 hours long. Okay. And it's not an official meeting, so no, Tiffany does not have to be there. I would have came. But we know Tiffany's not coming. I would have just came in there and said, like, if you're gonna say something about me, let me say it. Like I always say, it's up to Tiffany. It's her to bear the burden of proof. It's not up to us to do it. Nobody's gonna listen. It's like no one's gonna listen to her anyway. You know what I mean? So what? She'll just be talking to a wall. They're not gonna listen. So she has to prove herself in the court of law, or drop the receipts on the website, and stop being so carefree with it. This is your name. I don't know what Tiffany did. Only she knows. If she did anything, only she knows. And then I guess the proof will be in the numbers. But I would like to see some stuff like sort of what Conscious do, the warrant list. I would like to see something like that. Um, I'd like to see the real warrant list right there on the jumbotron. Um, so that's my prediction. She's gonna close it up with a ooh and ah presentation. tomorrow they're going to announce her at the Thornton Township meeting or vote for her to be there as a independent investigator. That's what's going to happen, and she'll be over there investigating employee A and B. That's my take on it. I'm really excited that Nate Fields got a chance. Someone was telling me that some people run for big positions because it's like publicity. So even if he doesn't get it this time, people remember Nate Fields' name the next time he's super young. But I really like his gusto for fighting for what he wanted to without help. Okay. Um, yeah, a little humility, yeah. Yeah, but I think the only downfall is Tiffany has people in her ear that's cheering her on. Like, you ain't gotta explain nothing to them. You ain't gotta. No, you're a public servant and you're a politician. Um, it's best if you do have a little humility and just, I know nobody gets. I've never seen anybody be destroyed media wise as much as Tiffany. Okay, but she doesn't help the case with her mouth. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason. Like, if I was a Tiffany, like, I love Tiffany 1,100%, I would wear a Tiffany. I'm mad I didn't get that Team Tiff shirt. I was supposed to get one and put it on eBay. Like, down the line. I needed that chest piece Tiff shirt. I'm mad I missed out on that. Y'all be saying I can't even get a shirt. But I would have no problem with my chest poked out saying and being the lone person to say, yes, I'm Team Tiff. But I just need her to do just a little tweaking. And that's, if you're telling us you're going to show us the receipts so we can make a decision for ourselves. Show us what's going on. I'm going to tell you, and have a pad folio full of papers. No, tell us. Sit down. We listen. We got 4 hours. We got it. We got 4, 5, 6. It's unlimited time on YouTube, okay? Yeah, I think he has a great shot of getting there too. That's why I was trying to say, I was like, you know what? They gonna have to they would be like, come over here and work for us. Nate needs to win it now. Now is the time. If he's gone to the point of going to court, he should be on the race to win. Okay, Keithis, I'm with you. Okay. I like how y'all cheering Nate on. I did link his website in the description box. Oh, that's what I meant to say. Nate Fields is the only person. I haven't heard nothing from Richard Nolan. The only time we hear about we don't Napoleon really don't have to say anything because he just said what I've done is a proven fact. That's it. That's all he has to say. Um, that's all he has to say. And look at this. He got the candidate for Thornton Township. He telling us what he gonna do. Look at his whole website. Nobody else done this. Look at his website. This website better than the Dalton website. And then when you click on to donate, or look, when you click, it tell you when you get to early vote for him, and you can sign up to early vote for him. Look at he doing better than the people running for mayor of Dalton right now. Look at who did this website. Nate probably did. He probably did his own website. He said early vote at South Suburban College. I will be there. Let's take a photo after you vote. Ain't that nice? Oh, look. Okay, so then you could talk to him. Let's chat. Then you could donate to him. Then you can. What else, y'all? Go to about. He says my vision as a leader. Wait, am I showing that part? Hold on. He's actually telling us his vision as a leader. Have you seen anybody else do this? People working with people is his vision. Dedication to veterans. Man, no typos, supporting local businesses. Y'all in danger, girl. Y'all in danger, girl. Mm, mm, mm. Go, Nate, with your bad self. All right, you guys. I did link him below. Y'all could cheer Nate on. It says chat with us right there at the bottom. And that's it. Hold on. All right. All right, you guys. I will see y'all soon. Let's get ready for the meeting tonight. Tell me your predictions in the comments below. Let's see if they come true. I mean, if she's still in millions, that means they should have people a warrant for her arrest right there, right? I hope people just don't be like, ooh, Amazon. Yeah. Let's see what happens. I love you guys. As always, take care of yourself and each other, and go Nate Fields. You made it. Hey, nothing beats a failure but a try, and you really beat the heck out of that. All right, you guys. Bye.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Comment Blue Commentary Comment Burgundy Blue